Today's podcast episode is presented by Podgo. Podgo is the easiest way for you to monetize your podcast, providing podcasters with a flat rate for ad space so you always know how much you get when you include an ad from Podgo. Apply today to become a member and immediately be connected with advertisers that fit your audience. That's podgo.co at podgo.co. And be sure to add our podcast in the How Did You Hear About Podgo section of the application.
This is MLW referee Doug Markham, and you're listening to Everything Pro Wrestling with Conrad Cushman.
Not many in this can understand. This the podcast to show you who I am. Conrad Cushman, the legend in the plans. Please listen every day to the showcase. The opinions and knowledge that anyone can take. Showing you how it is done. Proving I am number one. What a legend becomes. This is now my time to show you that I am here. This podcast just to make it loud and clear. By the fans, for the fans. Not many whose head can understand everything pro wrestling. It can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes.
Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I'm your host, Conrad Cushman, and we are here tonight with an AEW Dynamite December 16th, 2020 review, 2 days after this man's birthday, my co-host tonight.
What up, what up?
Derek's in the house. We're going to talk AEW Dynamite, run down everything that we saw on the card tonight, and anything you guys want to talk about in the chat and everything in between. So make sure you guys have your questions ready, and you guys are ready to go and talk about Dynamite. And if you guys haven't, make sure you share the links, everything else. But enough of me jibber-jabbering. Let's get into the intro with my boy, Montezzi.
Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
All right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the intro. As usual, my man Teasy kills it every week. If you guys haven't, he has a pretty dope interview up on his YouTube channel, so check it out. He produced a great album, Erica's Son, just came out. He's got a lot of projects out right now, so anything that Teasy's working on or touching, telling you, it's gold, so make sure you guys go and check that out. Let's get into this AEW Dynamite review, though, shall we?
Let's do it.
Tonight, we start off with a 6-man tag team match. One of Derek's all-time favorites. We've got Mr. Cowboy Shit, Adam Hangman Page. And he is teaming up with the Dark Order's John Silver, Johnny Hungy, and Alex Reynolds. They got to give Alex Reynolds his props, too. I think he's really underrated in, like, his funniness. He's a great person for him to work off of.
Yeah, he is funny. He's good. He's got a good personality, good character. I enjoy it.
They're taking on the team of the Hardy Party, Matt Hardy, going through this new kind of, like, gimmick change, and Private Party. I'm liking what Matt Hardy's been doing. He's came out rocking the gold, like, velour pants tonight. Matt Hardy was just being himself. A little over the top, but the truth is the truth, folks. And Matt Hardy is here to let us know about it. Hangman Page, Silver, and Reynolds come out in cowboy outfits tonight. Why?
Just cause, bro. Had to happen. I bet you that was a stipulation as to him teaming up with him. You gotta wear the chaps.
Dude, I think someone called them the good, the bad, and the hungy. I think tonight they were going in on these boys. But definitely some hilarious stuff going on here. They came out in the cowboy outfits. There was actually some great chemistry in this match. I will say this. I really like the chemistry between Reynolds and Silver and Private Party. Ever since that pay-per-view match we saw, I think they were on the buy-in. Was it for All Out?
I believe so, yeah.
It's blurring.
Yeah.
But
it is what it is. They have grown in that tag team tandem kind of wrestling against each other.
Synergy?
Yes.
Chemistry?
Synergy. There you go.
Yeah, I like it. They just work very well together, and I saw it again tonight. This match had some great back and forth action in it. I think it was really cool to see Hangman and Matt Hardy kind of tie it up a little bit. Matt Hardy's being used in a positive way. This is how you accentuate everybody involved in the match. I thought Private Party looked good, even though they really don't have too much going on. You've got Silver and Reynolds in this, doing their comedy stuff, but at the same time, they don't have to wear the masks anymore because you want their faces on television. Right. They're getting over, so that works for me as well. Hangman Page is following along with his storyline. Like I said, mark it down. I've said it before. Hangman Page is going to be the one to beat Kenny Omega for the title. This has been the plan from the beginning. I knew once Moxley had the belt, I'm like, it's going to go Moxley, Omega, Hangman. It makes sense. But the match ends here. Reynolds ends up getting caught on the top rope. Gin and Juice. Matt Hardy tags in. 1, 2, 3. Matt Hardy steals the pinfall. Hangman Page looked disappointed, but this is part of his story as being the cowboy. The disappointment was real for him tonight, I guess.
Hey, win some, you lose some.
You gotta know when to hold 'em. What is going on in the chat? I came in. I already saw Rob's discuss. Don't worry, me and Rob have beef after this that's going to be taking place on a phone call. So I just couldn't answer him back as fast as I wanted to because I was trying to set up everything for the video tonight. Ace was the first one in here. What's up, Ace? Shabazz, what's good, brother? I see you. BJ also in the house. What is good, BJ? I know I saw my boy in here. Where is he? Malik Murray also in the house. And Jesus De Leon. What's going on, Jesus? Good to have you in here as well, brother. Yeah, we got a lot to discuss as far as Dynamite is concerned. I saw Ace just write BTE, check it out. I finally just got to watch BTE today. I've been super busy. And if you're in the Facebook group, I apologize. There were no threads tonight. Like, it just slipped my mind. I was literally so busy at work that I'm stupidly signed up to work an extra hour and a half today to get some, extra time off or whatever. Like, why? Why did I do that? And how did I forget everything else that I needed to take care of today?
Ah, man.
Wild.
That's the work life, man. Plus, it's holiday season, so.
That's the bullshit life. Let me see here. Jesus said this is probably to get him busy for a while. Yeah, I think Brody Lee's going to come back too, and Brody Lee and Hangman Page is going to be the main beef.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what's going on, Jocelyn? Don't. Ricky. I said don't.
Spanish.
We get a rundown of the card tonight from the announce team. They go over everything. Inner Circle and MJF are backstage. MJF is bragging about his New York Times Award for Performance of 2020. I assume it's for the musical, when him and Jericho did it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I enjoyed that shit. It was funny stuff to me.
It was funny.
I didn't mind it. We see a lot of other horrible shit, so if that gets a pass, whatever. Like I said, if you're entertaining me, I got no beef.
Right, exactly.
No hate. Malik Murray, I got a question. Do you think Jim Ross is right that wrestlers have so many spots in matches? I was hoping someone asked this. Do we talk about it now? Yeah, he brought it up, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's hit it.
All right. Do you mind if I go first?
Have at it, brother.
Jocelyn said it's not my fault anymore. At this point, Jocelyn, definitely just fines are going to have to happen. $25,000 every time he says this shit. Every time. 25. But we're looking at this Jim Ross. Jim Ross allegedly said that there are too many spots and people look stupid, basically, with the whole 5 guys are on the outside standing there waiting to catch someone who does a stupid like dive.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like it. So we have went through the list of things that bother us in wrestling. This is not your chance to go on a rant. I know you want to, but there are so many things that bother me, and this is up there too. Too many spots in matches. I think a great match, don't get mad at me for saying this, but Walter versus Ilya Dragunov is a perfect example of you don't need to do flips and all that stuff to have a great match.
That's true.
And I think eventually, with all these people doing the flips, we're going to see the return of the big man, where people are going to be very interested to see, what does that big guy do? Exactly. I want to see what happens with that. So I agree with JR. Now, do I agree with how JR did it? He shouldn't do it when he's on commentary, 100%. But if it's on his podcast, his platform, free game. That's how I feel. I don't know how you.
Nope, I agree. Like, there's as they say, there's a time and a place. The time and the place would be on your own podcast to address it. When you're on the show, leave it alone. You just take your notes and run with it when it's time to hit the podcast.
Yeah, we get enough grumpy ass JR sometimes that it's like whatever.
Yeah.
If you guys are in the chat, don't forget to hit that like button for us. Helps out everything pro wrestling. Helps us be seen more in the YouTube algorithms. Also to those checking us out on... Someone's not happy out there. The intern is pissed. If you guys are checking us out on the podcast version of this, do me a favor. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and check out everything pro wrestling. Let's get into Cody. They have an announcement. Cody and Brandy. Got to give them some congratulations.
Having a baby.
So you're having my baby.
It's like a dream.
I was going to keep going, but I think it's very inappropriate. But congratulations to Cody and Brandy. I'm just happy for them. I usually don't get too deep into like people's personal lives out here, but since they had a video for it, whatever.
Yeah. And honestly, I didn't even notice it until I actually looked up, because I thought it was like a regular Christmas commercial. And then I'm like, I saw a guy stepping out in a suit. I'm like, wait a minute, this is not a commercial. So then I watched it. I'm like, so what's going on? Oh, okay, so it's Cody and Brandy. All right. And then all of a sudden you get the announcement. And I'm like, oh, okay. So who's taking a break?
Peace. Connor, what's going on? Connor saying what's up to us. Appreciate you. Jocelyn says he's still on commentary, so Tony must have taken what he said into consideration, right? And I'm not mad at it, Jocelyn. Like, JR's not wrong about that. Sometimes you got to switch the game up. The Insiders Wrestling Podcast. What's going on, Joe, Jeff, Tazzy, the whole crew over there? Appreciate you guys, man. They had a great podcast last night. And if you're a fan of Impact Wrestling watch-alongs, free plug for the boys. Check them out. Everybody's having a baby.
Nah, Brody.
You back, D? Come on, let me know. Back in the saddle?
Nah.
All right.
But Impact.
Listen, don't be an Impact hater. Yo, check out the Insiders. They'll catch you up to date on all that. My boys are good, man.
I like the Insiders, but Impact is not where it's at, Brody.
Derek is an Impact hater. If you guys don't know, I do not endorse this shit. Derek's basically banned from all sponsors. He's not allowed to talk to them. This is Derek's opinion. That's it. Let's get into this Cody and Angelico match. Cody comes out with Brandy and arm. Brandy came out with the arm over her stomach. You know, got the little already. Don't disrespect Arn. Angelico with Jack Evans. Listen, in the beginning of this match, I like the mat wrestling that went on in the beginning. Angelico is very underrated, bro.
Yes.
Very underrated. I liked him even like out wrestling Cody, laying there on his back, and then he was kind of like, come on, try. And Cody's trying to grab his foot. I just like the little dynamics like this, the little things sometimes that really make a match. So I had to show some props for that.
That was a little UFC-esque.
Yeah.
With that laying on the back and kind of stuff like that. Like, you don't see that too much in a regular wrestling match.
Mm-hmm. Big facts, big facts. So eventually in this, Cody, I have to give him props too. He does a bunch of drop downs and he's doing all this stuff, and then he eventually catches Angelico with a drop kick before the commercial break. Bob Holly drop kick.
Damn drop kick in the business.
How do you like me now? So anytime anytime I can reference Bob Holly, I will. Damn good drop kick. So eventually we see the disaster kick. It gets blocked into the Navarro death roll. That it actually has a name now. We can call it something. So
there are a million names out there, bro. I swear.
Derek was very upset tonight with Excalibur knowing all these names for some reason.
Dude, I have never heard anybody on point like Excalibur is about moves. There's a name for every single move. How? I don't get it.
I love everyone in the chat talking about babies, lots of babies. Well, when you sitting in the house and you ain't got nothing to do.
Listen.
That's my fist, I swear.
To be honest, I work at a children's clinic. I'm gonna need y'all to chill.
They're keeping you in business, bro.
I don't need that. I need a vacation right now.
Hey, Zeus said match of the night. Josh Robinson, what's going on, man? What is going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys coming on in here, man. Hit that like button, folks. Let's see here. He isn't really wrong for what he said. Agree. I think that's going back to the JR thing. Malik's back on it too. Oh, yeah. He said, I got a question, but ain't flips high flying part of a match? Like we saw a good match with FTR, but everyone is not a technical worker.
I mean, if you go back to the essence of it, high flying moves is never really wrestling. It's added entertainment.
I think it's styles. I think when you look at it, so FTR, technical wrestling, ring psychology at its finest, and then you get someone like the Young Bucks. I want to see these dudes fly around the ring. Same thing with Top Flight, Private Party. When you're young and you can fly, let it fly sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean, like the true essence of wrestling, high flying moves. Like the most you were getting, it was like
it's lucha libre though, because in Mexico that big man stuff ain't gonna work, but in Japan it will. It's just different. It's regional. Like I said, this show's been everything pro wrestling, and I know we've been covering a lot of AEW, but that's just what the schedule permits lately, and I'm working on that, trying to at least. We have many different styles, many different versions. I like lucha libre. I like Japanese wrestling. I like American wrestling. You have so many different things you can do, and that's why you have all these different styles.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like all the styles, but wrestling is what the real essence is when coming up from when it really started. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I can see where they're coming with the feeling of like, let's get back to like the big, because it's like basketball. You got big men who aren't really big men anymore. They're five tool players. Big men were never 5 tool players.
Well, they're hybrids. People eventually hybrid. That's what makes this interesting. That's the beauty of sports.
It's bogus. Because then you got too many situations where there's no big man who could do that.
But there's also teams that can adapt, be better from it. Listen,
it's bogus, bro.
I'll come back to this. The Navarro death roll. He eventually locks him in kind of like an ankle lock. Cody gets to the rope. Eventually, Cody hits a Cody cutter. By the way, that shit was beast because he went about halfway across the ring.
Yeah.
He nails it. 1, 2, 3. Love it. Finishers don't always have to win matches. Great. After the 3 count, here comes Team Taz. It's all of them with his son Hook now, and the boys are out there, and they're like Peter Pan. No, I'm kidding. They're out there, and they're out there, and they're just saying like, "Hey, we're coming here to kick your ass, Cody. We're gonna let you go on maternity leave a little early, a little too soon to be making those jokes, Taz."
Right.
It's Taz. And then lights go out. We know who's coming.
It's Sting!
Thank you for the Tony Schiavone. Bro, I want to know where all this bullshit snow's coming from. Is this in the budget?
It's just shaved ice, bro.
Is it?
Yeah, because when you look at it, when it hits
I don't see anybody eating snow cones, so we're sacrificing people's snow cones for Sting's entrance.
But I'm saying though, if you look at the camera does get wet from the flakes, so it's a little shaved ice getting spread out.
My man Tony Schiavone gets wet when Sting comes out. All right, Tony is going in. It's Sting. I love Tony Schiavone though. That's like a classic call if you're a WCW fan. So Sting comes out. He really doesn't say anything. Didn't they say Sting was going to speak? Bullshit. You lied. Sting doesn't really say too much. Darby's up in the rafters looking kind of lonely,
Hi, Dad.
Just doing his thing, sitting there. I think this is leading to a 6-man tag match. And shut your mouth about these tags. Accept them. We had a great 6-man tag in the opening tonight. But I'm going to say this. I think Hook is going to turn on his dad.
Think so?
Mm-hmm. Because Cody was training him at first.
That's true.
I think Taz is going to go too far, and Hook's going to say, I don't want to be that kind of wrestler.
But you know what, though? I think it'll go, like, in my opinion, I feel like it'll go, you weren't there to train me, but he was.
I don't know, though. See, there's not enough of the backstory filled in with that. They could do something with it if they wanted to. Maybe it's just I'm looking at a minute detail way too into it.
True.
Whatever. We go backstage. We find out Miro was fined $75,000, $25,000 for each member or AEW official that he beat up last week. Miro did look the best he's looked in AEW so far last week. He was just dropping people like he was Mark Henry. Like I just saw a dude fly off the stage. I was like, this is what we wanted to see.
Yep.
Just beast, bro. Afterwards, we find out he's facing Sonny Kiss on Dark. So if you need a little preview to why you want to watch Dark, it's on YouTube, same platform we're on. And so you think Sonny Kiss might win? You don't know what could happen. Anywho, next week they're having some big wedding date announcement. I think a lot of people forgot about Kip and the wedding. Miro's the best man.
True. Kip's still looking like a dad out here.
Peace. So there's going to be some announcement. Here comes Eddie Kingston to talk. Lots of promo. This is the promo hour.
Yes.
So Eddie Kingston comes out and he's talking shit about Pac. He's talking shit about Archer. Everybody dies. Lance Archer comes out ready to whoop that ass because that's what he does.
In his man jeans.
Yeah, y'all were dogging those jeans. Leave him alone. That's all right.
That's a lot of rips for some jeans, bro.
Bro, used to be in Impact, the Rock and Rave connection, bro.
See, and this is why I don't like Impact.
It was TNA at the time.
Still.
And he had the big panties around him to hold it up.
Come on, bro.
It was a good gimmick. I liked it. And they came out with the little air guitars. What was the Guitar Hero? You guys remember that shit. It was good stuff.
Trash, bro.
So, eventually, Archer's music hits. He comes out. Then, the Butcher and the Blade come out and things get serious. Death Triangle then come out from the back. And here comes a little bit of beef. They start putting the beat down on people. And when Archer's about to chokeslam Eddie Kingston, Pac just comes in and just bicycle kicks him right in the face. And they're kind of shoving each other. Could this lead to the first triple threat match? I don't think we've seen a triple threat in AEW yet.
You know what? Yeah, no, I don't think we've seen one either. I would love to see a triple threat match. I think that would be great.
I feel like they're saving it. I think they're just trying to figure out who the right first three would be to do it.
I think they would be the right one. Listen, that's a lot of animosity in three of them. Listen, you got Lance Archer.
Who do you have win this though? Who's the star out of these three? Pac?
I'm going with Pac.
I can see any of the three winning it. This could be interesting. I want to see where they're going with this. This is kind of one of those like, let me see, let the dust settle, and we'll see what happens. Don't worry though, we're gonna come back to these guys before we end the show. Dustin, we get into the 7 promo. Remember last week I told everybody that creepy ass 7 character from WCW that was said for a reason. Dustin picks up on it and says, yeah, 7 was a bad idea then and it's a bad idea now. And he says next week he is going to meet Evil Uno. He said something that rhymed about beating his ass, and I thought it was great. Dustin is one of the best promos in AEW. Like, hands down, good stuff. Rob. What? Rob just likes to prove me wrong tonight. He said Darby, Janela, and Havoc had one last year. I forgot about that. That damn Cracker Barrel match.
Oh, yeah.
Rest in peace to that barrel and Darby's back.
Oh.
Let's see here. Malik Murray said, do you think Miro should have Lana as his manager? And do you think Kenny Omega should make a new Bullet Club in AEW? Kenny Omega, new Bullet Club? No. We'll get into that momentarily.
I wouldn't touch that.
Miro and Lana? No. I don't think we need it right now. It's not time. I think Lana's doing her own thing. That's fine. Cool. Let her do her own thing. And Miro, let him do his own thing. Let's see what he can do.
What is she really doing, though?
Not being on the pay-per-view, apparently. We'll see.
I guess, yeah.
after we're gonna move on. So now this is that big ass. It was supposed to be 7-on-7 tag match, but it ended up being 6-on-6. Where was Wardlow and Brandon Cutler? If you are in the chat and you know what happened here, please enlighten me. What happened to Wardlow and Brandon Cutler? Wardlow not being there doesn't make sense. Brandon Cutler, I get it. I really do. What happened?
Brandon's not bad.
Yo, this dude talks crap about Impact and says this stuff. Flame him. Roast him in the chat, please.
It'll never happen.
What, in the chat?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
Rob?
you can't roast me about no garbage Impact.
Jesus says Archer needed the W more for that matchup if they did have it. I can respect that. Archer's definitely been overlooked. Wardlow got family issue and Cutler probably got heat. Ooh, I didn't think about that. Cutler did say something kind of smart-assy to JR in response to it. And who the hell is he? So, anyway, so we got the Best Friends, Varsity Blondes, and Top Flight versus the Inner Circle. Sammy Guevara,
Spanish God,
shined in this matchup.
Yes.
He had everything on him in this. Everything worked for him. He just looked flawless in this. Like, he was probably the best performer out of anybody who came into the ring.
Yeah.
And that's no disrespect to MJF, who did a great job playing like the prick role. But as far as like athleticism in the ring, Sammy shined in this.
Yes. He shows and proves why he's as good as he is. There's nothing more.
Is he a natural heel to you or a baby face? Like when you look at Sammy Guevara, you like?
I think he's a natural heel.
Yeah, he's just it's the hair. Derek hates his hair, by the way.
I do hate his hair. I hate his hair.
That's heat, bro. That's how you get it.
He looks like the guy from Rats. You never seen Rats? Go look at that. It's a good movie. This dude don't like it, but it was a good movie.
Yeah, man. Willard, bro. Creeps me out.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, not Rats. Willard. My bad.
See? I knew where you were going with it, though.
Yeah.
So eventually, the baby faces get all the momentum and offense. Another spot for Derek. All six of them hug. Big six-way hug or whatever the heck they were doing. You get the Okada zoom out. Then the bat happens to Griff Garrison's back. Griff Garrison goes down. Hager hits the shittiest F10 possible afterwards, but that was to diss Wardlow apparently. And then MJF comes in and takes the pen. All right, so I know sometimes they book their own stuff, but I didn't like the fact that they had another person steal the pen after Matt Hardy just did that in the first match.
Right.
Bothered me a little bit. Maybe it's a minor detail. I didn't like that. Speak to each other. Pay attention to the stuff.
Yep.
So that way people aren't doing the same shit in the same night. But it could happen.
It could, but let's just be
consistent
about it.
Yeah. Inner Circle gets the W here. I'm not mad at it. They celebrate. They're good. The land and the life is all happy for the Inner Circle. By the way, new notebook tonight. Feeling good.
Enjoy his own Krispy Kreme status.
See me in like a month or two. We get a great backstage segment after this that we're going to get into in 1 second here. But let's see. I'm trying to catch up where we were. Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers. Oh, we're going to talk about that too. Trust me. We'll get into that in 1 second. Sammy needs to feud with Darby for the TNT title. I don't know if that's going to happen now. I think that when they wrestled at Revolution, that was a really good match. But I don't think we're going to see them for the TNT Championship just yet.
I don't think it's time.
No, not yet at least. Give it some time. Guevara is Shawn Michaels in a way. Interesting. If you want to expand on that, Shabazz, I would like to hear that. Darby Allin needs challengers for his title. I think he's dealing with the Team Taz right now. Malik Murray, do you think MJF should have the $1 million championship? No, because it didn't work for Ted. It ain't going to work for him. When your son can't even get over with that belt, nah, it only worked for the $1 Million Man. And do you see MJF becoming a baby face?
No.
I don't want him to be one.
He can't unless.
Here's the weird thing. So I always say he's a prick and I hate him, but secretly, deep down, MJF's my guy. Like, I really like that dude actually. But I can't say that because he talks shit to me. So right. It's just what it is. MJF's really good at his job, is what I'll say.
He can't change that character. It'd be hard to change that character and be a face.
Derek, let's talk about this Thunder Rosa Britt Baker. Thunder Rosa explains why she's pissed. I think we all know why. Britt Baker basically cost her the NWA Championship when she had a rematch against Serena Deeb, and Britt Baker interfered in the matchup and wound up basically hitting the screw job finish here. Well, here comes your girl Reba. Out of nowhere, Reba just shows up and says, "You can't talk about my doctor like that."
Right.
Whatever. Thunder Rosa's ready to beat her ass, and then here comes Britt Baker from behind. They beat her down, and I don't know what the hell Britt Baker was saying, but it sounded awful. I just heard stuff about like your facial features, and I was like, what the hell is she talking about? Right. And eventually, she puts her in the lockjaw. She gets her down on the ground, and I don't even know if she actually put it on.
I don't think she put it on.
It was like the Rings of Saturn.
Yeah. I don't remember her putting it on.
But what ended up happening though to Thunder Rosa was they dumped like water on her face.
It looks like water.
Well, it turned real milky. Her face was all white, covered, and they were basically saying she was ugly and, oh, I thought you broke the camera from your face, blah, blah, blah. These are the PG things that I think I heard. I don't know. Maybe I misheard some of the stuff, but I didn't like what they were saying in that shit. So Thunder Rosa eventually like has it seemed like a disrespect kind of thing, like the face paint wash it away,
rubbing it in, rubbing it off, trying to, deface the luchador style
of pro wrestling. Exactly, disrespecting. That happened, and dude, there is no way you could just let someone disrespect you like that. Dumping water on you like they're trying to say maybe she's got bad hygiene. I don't know what it is. But you know what, Derek? If you need good hygiene, do you know where to go?
I think I do.
Manscaped.com. And now it's the holiday season. 'Tis the season to protect your balls that are rocking around the Christmas tree. If you use our promo code EPW Show, you guys could save 20%. Free delivery. Guys, make it happen. The Lawnmower 3.0, it's there. That is a great stocking stuffer. Who wouldn't want that in their stocking? Stuffed. They have plenty of gifts though. Boxers. I've shown you guys the bags, the travel bags. If you do a lot of traveling, it's a great gift for somebody. Use our promo code. It helps us out, puts us over huge with the company. They like that a bunch of people have used the promo code. So if you want to use it, cool. You want to use it again? Use a different email. Right. But use the promo code EPW Show. We like to save you guys money. Also, we have another promo code for you guys. It's powerslam.tv. Use the same promo code EPW Show. Get 1 month free of independent wrestling on us. You guys will hear an ad at the end of the podcast if you're listening to the audio version. And we're going to give a quick shout out to my boys, Everything College Basketball. Basketball season is back. It's in order. They are doing their college pick'ems in their Facebook group, and I cannot wait to get these Saturday games lined up. So make sure you guys check out Everything College Basketball if you are into the college hoops. Go Tar Heels. Also, check out my boy from the Pro Wrestling Shoot, Jesse. He has a great podcast that comes out every single week. There's an interview with me coming up real soon, so you guys are not going to want to miss out on that. We talked for a really long time, so I think it's going to be in 2 parts, but definitely check out the Pro Wrestling Shoot. He will have an ad at the end of the podcast as well. Let's see what the live chat is saying. I looked away here for a second. Thunder Rosa's promo was promo of the night. Shabazz has commented back about Sammy Guevara. Michaels was loved as both heel and babyface, and I believe Sammy Guevara is capable of the same. Shabazz, I'm with it. You didn't tell a lie.
That's true. Very true.
Jesus said, hope they save that women's match for Revolution. Me too. I think they could really do something interesting with that. I'm surprised Britt Baker's not in the title picture, though. I thought Britt would be in the title picture, and maybe it would have got reversed with, like, Abaddon. But let's see how this plays out. Let's talk about one of Derek's favorite tag teams, SCU versus The Acclaim. Derek was supposed to take notes for this match.
I got the next one.
No, you didn't.
The last one, my bad.
Derek sucked on taking notes for this. Derek just thinks it's all up here. He's got it. So This was a basic tag team match, though.
See?
Here, stop. This is what we had to write because this is what Derek came up. It was a basic tag match. The Acclaim come out. They're rapping. Jesus, big fan. He's got all of the CDs already from them, the mixtapes, all of it. So they come out. They're ready. They're spitting their raps or whatever. You even got Kazarian to get on the microphone and rap back. I wasn't mad.
No.
I wasn't mad.
I enjoyed it. It was actually pretty funny.
I thought the Acclaim did pretty good tonight too.
It was funny. I will give it to you.
I get it. You're supposed to be the heels, and they do like the crappy raps. You're like, boo. It's corny, but I still laughed at some of the stuff they did tonight.
Yeah.
Eventually, they use the old headbanger finish with the boombox to the face of Daniels after a kick out from an O'Connor roll. Boombox to the face. Down goes CD, and eventually, after the match, they get on the microphone and they're taunting the Young Bucks, trying to rap about them again. And they challenge for the tag team titles, saying that they will beat the Bucks next week. And the Young Bucks look kind of pissed. Like, yo, quit calling us out. They said, you want it, it's on for next week. Mm-hmm. Apparently, Tony Khan has already signed the match. We'll get more into next week's card after this. I'm okay with this. What do you think of the Acclaim so far? We really haven't talked about them too much.
Oh, they're decent. They're decent. But this wasn't a match to showcase their skills. This was just to build storyline.
I think they're characters more than anything. They're not in there for the great in-ring work. By the way, JR in this match definitely brought up, I can't remember, I think was it Max Caster's father played for a football team? He was a tight end?
I believe so, yeah.
JR went on for that almost way too long. He caught himself just at the right moment before I was like, all right, bro, let's put the kid over.
Right.
So, but that's what JR does. So I had to kind of remind myself of that too. I think he just carried on just a little bit too long with it.
I think if he was going to do it, it should have been super quick. He would say something, kind of pause, and say something else, then kind of pause.
And then he brought it back though at the end. I will say he saved it because he's like, and this kid's a chip right off the old block. Boom.
Exactly, yeah.
Not mad at it. We get another challenge right after this. Dash is backstage talking to Top Flight. They challenged Jericho and MJF because after the match they tried to put a beat down on somebody. Cool. That match is signed too for next week. Now, SCU. Did anybody else peep? Like, Kaz and Daniels look like they had some friction. Little bit of problems with each other there.
Yeah. It might be coming close to time.
Yo, listen. Timeout, though. Let me just say this. The man got hit in the head with a boombox. Like, it was like that JVC big ass one. Like, come on, man.
That is true. Yeah, that was a big boombox.
Right? Let's see here. Malik Murray, do you think the Dr. DMD is the best character in the women's division?
Yes.
No. Abaddon for me. Wait. Well, we're talking. Well, Abaddon can't talk. So you know what? I'm gonna go Britt Baker by default. I'm eating my words right now. Britt Baker, yes. Abaddon's my number 2 though for character wise.
As a whole, Abaddon, but as far as speaking goes, Britt Baker.
Jesus said yes. Commentary was talking about it. SCU's got issues. Yeah, I peeped it too. I just saw it from the side where it looked like he kind of like pushed Daniels a little bit, not too hard, but he's like, "Yo, what's going on, man? What happened there?" So I would like to see SCU get back on the right track. Like Scorpio Sky seems lost. These guys seem like they're just mixing it up in the tag division a little bit. Let's get them some dubs, maybe. I don't know. We got to find a plan for SCU and what they want to do with them. At least Scorpio Sky. Yeah. At least. Let's get him back on doing something.
Yeah, let's get him back on another run.
Right? Jesus said Top Flight seemed like they're getting a push. I'm not mad at it at all.
I respect it.
Malik says, do you see Chris Jericho versus Sting at Double or Nothing? And do you think Davey Boy Smith Jr. is coming to AEW? You want Jericho and Sting? You think it happens in May?
You know what? I would say yes, because Jericho is one of the safest wrestlers that you have in the business right now.
I think they can have a decent pace match with each other. Like, slow, give them 10 minutes, done.
I think, because Sting has always been that slow, methodical.
The problem is, though, let me say this. Jericho's turning babyface soon. Like, we keep discussing this. It doesn't make sense to have Jericho versus Sting. You know, maybe Bat versus Bat, but if you're going to do that, I think you rush it real quick before this whole MJF stuff happens.
That's true, yeah.
I don't know.
Knock it out right now and get it done.
Unless you do it as a respect match, kind of like, I respect you, you respect me, I've never faced you, I want to wrestle you.
Yeah, you could do that. We could do that.
Always. People are saying Sky's still feuding with Spears. I know, but it's like half on Dark. It's not getting the showcase that it needs, in my opinion. Shabazz said Thunder Rosa is the best in the division right now. Overall character. Not mad at it, bro. Not mad at all. Let's get into Diamante and Ivelisse versus Serena Deeb and Big Swole. Swole. This matchup was good. For some reason, I want to say this might be the best match for Swole, Ivelisse, and Diamante.
Yes.
This was a good match, in my opinion. It wasn't perfect. No. I don't like the fact that Ivelisse and Diamante are a tag team, and there's no tag belts.
Right.
Not advocating for them either. But it's just weird.
I see it happening, though, bro.
For the women's division?
Yeah.
No, bro. You can't do it if you don't have the teams. Honestly, I'm happy with the belt situation. Do we need a trios belt? No. Would I be mad if we get it? No, but then that's it. Like, no more.
I would be.
You just hate 6-man tags.
Yeah.
B-Boy Skyline, what's good, bro? What is happening, brother? Eventually, though, in this matchup, we saw a lot of good things. Serena Deeb, good transition with the... she had like a toe lock on, and she eventually used another move to... Was it, I think, a suplex on Diamante to put Ivelisse when she went back. It was pretty cool. They did some good stuff in here. The match ends, though, with Big Swole. I did not know Dean Malenko trained her. Derek's favorite move from Dean Malenko, the back body drop. Go ahead, show him. Anytime Dean Malenko takes a back body drop, watch what he just did. The Iceman, Dean Malenko.
But that still remains to be seen if she really was trained by Dean Malenko.
Are you saying they're lying?
I believe they're lying.
He works backstage.
I have yet to see anybody put a Texas cloverleaf on somebody. So when they say he trained them, I need to see that Texas cloverleaf. Until then, you have not been trained by the Iceman.
Let me see here. They should have signed Little Swole. They take the tag belts from Impact. Oh no, I don't even know if that's a good idea over there. But they have a great
Impact so involved.
What, with all this stuff? Yeah. They're working with them.
Oh my god.
Match of the night, Shabazz says. So we eventually see the Clearwater Cloverleaf, and I kind of like why she did it this way, because at first Derek was like, "Why isn't she doing it all the way?" It was because she was about to put that bend on somebody, and it looked really good when she did it. I was like,
once she finally put it on, I'm like, oh, okay, I like that.
Yeah, Diamante had no choice but to tap out from that.
Yeah.
After the match, Nyla Rose and Vicky come in. Nyla Rose looked like a beast. Vicky looked like she was Vicky looked like she was kicking dirt in baseball. Next up to the plate, you son of a. And Vicky was just championship. She was just going out there and just basically putting on the beatdown with Nyla. And Red Velvet makes the save with the steel chair. So it looks like Red Velvet may inherit the beef that Brandy had previously.
6-woman tag match.
I don't think you need to do that, though. I think the main focus here is Nyla Rose and Red Velvet having a match.
So we don't need to do that. Come on, bro.
I'm just saying you don't need to have Diamante and Ivelisse in it.
We didn't need the men's 7 tag match, bro. We didn't need that.
You have to understand about getting people on television. All right.
I understand. They all need TV time, but
Jesus said we need more Red Velvet. I will agree with that. I think she's done a good job from what I've seen on Dark and the matches. I'm way behind on Dark. I have not watched Dark in probably 2 to 3 weeks unless I catch a match for a second. I have not watched Dark lately. Red Velvet came to save the day. Yeah, Ace, definitely. Like I said, I want to see what she'll do. We brought up earlier the best friends. The best friends said they will be at the Holiday Bash to hear what Miro and Kip have to say. Wrestling Code. They're going to show up and mess this shit up. Right. So prepare yourselves. They do have a new holiday shirt out that looks pretty badass, though. I kind of like that. For Orange and them.
Yeah, it looks good.
So, we got to talk about what's about to be happening here. The future of AEW is in the balance. So, we're going to kind of switch this before we get into what is going to be happening within the next few times here. Oh, Lordy. I lost the image that I was supposed to have here. I am pissed. So guess what we're about to do, Derek? We're going to piss people off. We are about to pivot to Impact Wrestling. Shut it. So, we've been seeing Kenny Omega over in Impact Wrestling, talking his ish, and Kenny Omega has been on his tour bus, and last night, I happened to just come in at the perfect moment after we were doing some things, and Kenny Omega and his boys from the Bullet Club, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, they put the beat down on Rich Swann and the Motor City Machine Guns, and we found out that a match has been made in Impact Wrestling Saturday, January 16th at Hard to Kill, sponsored by Steven Seagal. Just kidding. They are going to have... It sounds like a Steven Seagal movie name.
I think he had something like that before.
Oh, son of a bitch. Probably did.
I think he did.
I'm a sucker for Steven Seagal movies anyway.
It was a hard to kill or like Time to Kill?
Don't. You're trying to hate on this Impact moment, and I'm not going to let this happen. So we're going to have the Impact Champion and the AEW Champion in there. And the AEW Champion is teaming with the Impact Tag Team Champions. This is going to be fun, bro. I think this is fun to see the You don't like the interpromotional part, at least?
I don't like Impact.
Why?
Because it's garbage.
Dude, you are a grade A hater. I'm sure you have turned like 17 million people off from this. I am hurt. That's all I can say.
No, listen. If you like...
I'm hurt.
If you like Impact, do not listen to me. Just go and watch whatever promotion you want to watch. I personally do not like Impact / TNA. I think it's got. First of all, you lost me with this 6-corner.
We're done. We're done. He's cut off. Don't even listen to him. And let's talk about AEW's upcoming schedule now. So next week, December 23rd, I don't know if there's going to be a show because this shit's going to be on late. So whoever's in the chat or in the comment section, you better tell me like, yo, I'm expecting a show. And if I get enough interest, I will definitely do a show. But this may be the first show we don't do live.
Right.
But
which does not mean that we did not see AEW. We did not miss it. We're just not sure if we're going to post a video for it.
And maybe we will. Let's see. We'll see. Yeah. Maybe we'll just want to have a quick late night discussion about it, and then we'll just put a video up. But the NBA is preempting it. I believe the game was the Celtics and Bucks. Shout out to Giannis Antetokounmpo, who just signed with the Milwaukee Bucks, by the way.
Supermax deal, too.
Big chips. So that will be on next week. And next week's card is looking like this. So we're going to have the Jurassic Express, who got a video package tonight that I'm not going to bring up, that pissed FTR and Tully off real bad. They were on the microphone pronunciating them P's. Principal Pimp Pal, I'm pissed. So we got next week Colt 5 and 10 versus the Jurassic Express. We also will have for the tag titles Young Bucks versus the Acclaimed, MJF and Chris Jericho versus Top Flight, Sheeta's going to be in action, Dustin Rhodes versus Evil Uno, and Pac versus the Butcher. Things are going to get interesting.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. So Jesus just said the Bucks are trash. How dare you, good sir? I can see why you say that though as well. But and then the next week, December 30th, we are going to have New Year's Smash Night 1. Chris Jericho will be on commentary, probably to help boost things up. And we have a match that will be announced for that in 1 second. And then we also will have a show going up against NXT New Year's Evil, I think is what it's called. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. We're going to have to see what happens with this. But they've got 3 big shows. That is what the scheduled lineup is. If you guys see the graphic, take a picture for yourself so that way you don't forget. But we are getting ready to gear up here for this wonderful, wonderful main event that we had on the show. It was all set to go right here. So we had the main event matchup of the bad boy, Joey Janela, with Sonny Kiss versus Kenny Omega with Don Callis. Don Callis is trying to get on commentary in the very beginning, and Tony Schiavone basically said, "Kiss my ass," and buzz off. Love Tony right here. Like, I'm glad that the announcer like stood up for himself for once. Usually they're just like the punks who are like, "Oh, okay." Here. Yeah, no, they're like, "No, fuck off, pal. I'm not giving it up." Right. So Janela immediately hits Kenny Omega with a trash can, like just
Boom!
Yo, there were some loud hits in this matchup.
Oh my god.
I'm mad you wrote Tony kiss my ass. Really?
Yep.
This is Derek's notes, folks, at its finest. Kiss my ass.
Yep.
He caught that part.
Exactly.
Kenny hits Joey Janela with a what on the chair?
What did he? How do you say?
Was it Kimura?
No.
What did he hit him with?
Kodatara or Kodakara?
Oh, see, this is why he can't write down what Excalibur says. He's already all them damn moves.
That's what I'm saying, dude. You gotta like, you have a plethora of knowledge about every single move.
Time out. I just read the next note. Don Callis. I cannot repeat what you wrote on here, but Don Callis is putting over Kenny Omega huge, saying names of moves incorrectly.
Explicit.
Jim Ross mocks the Canadian accent as well of Don Callis during this. Don't think I didn't hear that, JR. I don't know what's up with people doing mocking lately. Cut the shit. Kenny looks... What is with these notes? Kenny Omega puts a beat down on Joey Janela, we'll say. Derek's notes are banned, dude. These shits are bad tonight. I can't even repeat this shit. If I would have read this, we would be off the air right now. Janela hits Kenny Omega with a reverse hurricanrana. I thought he was actually going to hit the one wing angel right there, but he hits it. Don't say it. Don't even say it yet. He hits the poison rana. Joey Janela hits a leg drop onto the table. Sonny Kiss help him set up,
which was actually pretty dope. I actually enjoyed that.
I'm waiting for Rob to get in here to tell us why Sonny Kiss didn't help jump. Rob wanted to know why Sonny Kiss wasn't helping jump Omega in this part, which is a good question. Jump that bastard. But eventually, Joey gets him back in the ring, but Kenny Omega is just too much. He hit some vicious cookie sheet shots on him. And eventually, he hits the one wing...
One-winged angel, not one-winged.
One-winged angel! See what happens when you start making fun of people too much about the stuff? Then you start saying it. The one-wing angel is hit. Kenny Omega gets the win. 1, 2, 3. After the match, though, Death Triangle's music hits. Peace. Pat comes out and he says, "Oh, Kenny, we've got unfinished business." By the way, great Iron Man match. And if you guys didn't know, in the description box at the very bottom, probably the last link in there, we have a Survey Monkey survey so that you guys can vote on 10 awards that me and Rob will probably end up talking about right around the end of the year, maybe a little after. We got to see when we can link up for it. But we are going to go over everybody who won. So please spread the word. Share it to your friends. Anybody who watched wrestling this year, tell them to vote on it. I want to hear everybody's opinion on who was the best in all those categories. With that being said, he says that you owe a title match. So tonight's match was the Eliminator match. Remember, Joey Janela was supposed to originally wrestle Kenny Omega. Right. Sonny Kiss substituted. Right. So now he beat Joey Janela, who was supposed to be in. He was supposed to face Rey Fenix, but his brother ended up going in for him. So now he's going to face Rey Fenix. So on the December 30th show, we have a match between Kenny Omega and Rey Fenix. This shit is going to be banana.
Yeah. Match of the night already.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. Let's see here. The other company would probably let Don kick the ass piece. Lake Show is the great show. Snoop Dogg, mark your calendar, January 6th. Snoop's going to be fun, I think. Snoop will be on the January 6th commentary show.
Oh, Lord.
He was funny in that was it the Nate Robinson fight with Jake Paul? He was hilarious. Had to suspend way too much disbelief. Sonny Kiss is on the outside during the match. It's no DQ. Why is he not going to the back of Kenny's head with any random weapon the whole match? I think what the logic behind it was that Sonny Kiss is a babyface and Joey Janela doesn't want the help. I think they're supposed to be baby faces. I get it. Trust. Let's see here. B-Boy Skyline said I did not vote for the New Day this year. How dare you? Malik Murray says, do you think CM Punk is coming to AEW? I'm not even answering the CM Punk questions anymore. I'm done with it. Ever since that last time he didn't show up, if he shows up, great. If he doesn't, cool.
I don't think he shows up.
He just brought up what it would take for him to come up. He was like, a lot of money. He said, which he probably shouldn't have said. But he's like, I want a lot of money and something interesting to do. I don't know what that means for him. What is interesting, but
Him and Jericho, maybe?
Jesus brought up a good point, and I thought we were going to possibly get that tonight. He said, Pac and the Lucha Bros versus Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers.
Oh, that would have been dope.
I think we could see it eventually. I know a lot of people keep talking about this Bullet Club stuff. Who knows? Who knows what the belt collector and all this stuff, what they're going to try and do with it. We'll have to take the wait and see approach with Kenny Omega. But I like that he was going off the air complaining like, you can't do this to me.
Right.
Why am I facing him on this day? It works. People who say Kenny Omega cuts the worst promos, bullshit. Kenny Omega's all right. He's not the greatest, but he's not the worst either. Kenny's just okay. He's there.
Right. We've seen way worse than that.
Let's see here. I heard AEW was trash. That's up to you guys, and we're gonna do that right now. What did you think of tonight's show? Out of a 10 rating, we did that last week. I would like to hear what everyone says again. Either 10, thumbs up, thumbs down, no thumbs in the middle. What did you think of the show? Derek, we will have you go first.
I even though it's definitely not one of the better shows, it still wasn't a show where it's like, yo, this is hot garbage. Like, you still had some hints of good things happening. Unlike the other companies. Like, Monday was trash. I'm going to look you in your eyes. Trash.
No comment. So, as far as Mondays go.
We didn't even watch it.
Well, we were flipping. We were watching that Browns game.
How long did we last watch that?
Anywho, we're not here to talk about our viewing patterns. Jesus says 7.5 or 8 for him. This show is a 5 out of 10. I'm going to go a little bit higher than Shabazz. I'm going to go 6 out of 10. I thought it was worse than last week's, but still not bad enough to where I'm like, thumbs down.
Yeah.
It's not a full, like, thumbs up. It would be like the Orange Cassidy. Very
low.
Not mad at it. Conrad's favorite show on Monday. Jesus bought Max Caster CD. So we're done talking about this. Royal Rumble season's coming. Are you excited though, Rockstar? Can they do a Royal Rumble?
I don't think it's happening.
I think they can, but you're gonna have to space it very weirdly. You're gonna have eliminations happen pretty quickly so that not too many people build up in the ring. I don't like that.
That's gonna be stupid. Just scrap it.
Nah,
scrap
dude, you got to do it. It's kind of a tradition.
Oh well, it ain't tradition this year.
Peace. Let me see here. We don't speak of Monday. B-Boy Skyline said. A said 6 out of 10 as well. I'm with you on that. Derek paused on that last comment. I don't know what you said, but he said pause on that last comment.
Okay, pause.
All right, we're done. So that's what it's gonna be. As far as shows, guys, the Mister said I can watch any other day. Watch the Masked Singer finale. We'll rate then. All right, like I said, leave it in the comments down below. If you watch after the fact, leave me a comment. If you listen to it on the audio versions, the podcast versions, like our good friend Jocelyn here, you guys can do us a wonderful favor by tweeting us on Twitter at EPW Show. All of the social media handles are below. You can find us on Instagram at EPW Show, YouTube and Facebook. Type in everything pro wrestling. You will find us. We even have a private Facebook group if you want to come in and chat pro wrestling. Like I said, anybody who is in the chat, if you guys haven't, take that 10 question survey. It's 10 awards that we will be trying to discuss at the end of the year. Me and Rob have some fun with it. But be honest with yourself. What were the best matches? And if you don't like my choices I put in, there is an other choice. And you can fill that in and I will be able to read it and see the poll results for it. I don't think I have anything else. You got anything you want to add?
No. Wow,
this was a little shorter than usual. Anyway, just a few more days. AFC East title. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Buffalo Bills, baby.
Is it? Oh, shoot. Is that time for that already?
Yeah, it's clinching time for the top teams.
God.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see what we do as far as the Bills go. But I don't want to talk football on here. But Shabazz, if you ever want to hit me up in the DMs, we can talk football anytime, brother. NBA season's coming up too. I'm excited for that. I want to see what's going to happen. Still mad about the Lakers.
A whole lot of shit going on there.
All right, and the New Day did not break up. B-Boy Skyline. But we'll be back next week to talk AEW Dynamite with you guys. Make sure you join us. Time out. Pause. Are we going to be back next week? Stay tuned to find out. We may do a show, we may not. So just be prepared and look for it the day before. I usually try to have it up by then. Depending on schedules and how tired we are, we may just come on and do maybe like a 30-minute one real quick. We'll discuss it. Next week, NBA season starts. You damn right. I can't wait. Thank you guys for joining us for this AEW Dynamite stream. We will be back to provide you with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Thank you for joining us. For myself, for Derek, we are out. Peace.
Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinions, the lesson, yes. For the fans, not many in this can understand, This the podcast to show you who I am, Conrad Cushman, the legend in the plans, Please listen every day to the showcase, the opinions and knowledge that anyone can take, showing you how it is done, proving I am number one, what a legend becomes. This is now my time to show you that I am here. This podcast just to make it loud and clear, by the fans, for the fans, not many whose head can understand everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinion and the lesson, yes. Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinions, the lesson, yes.
What's going on, everything pro wrestling listeners? This is Jesse Carter over at the Pro Wrestling Shoot podcast. The Pro Wrestling Shoot podcast covers interviews from your favorite independent wrestling stars, along with some current AEW, Impact, and former WWE stars. We also cover some of your favorite classic pay-per-views from WWE, WCW, ECW, and Impact Wrestling. We also cover some current reviews on all AEW, WWE, and NXT pay-per-view events. Come check us out on all your favorite audio podcast platforms, including Spotify, Google Podcast, and Apple Podcasts. Follow us on our Facebook and Instagram pages over at the Pro Wrestling Shoot, and follow me on Twitter at Carter Inc. That's CARDERINC. All right, let's get back to Conrad and everything pro wrestling.
What's going on, EPW Nation? It's your boys from the Everything College Basketball Podcast, Josh and Peyton, here to remind you all that college basketball season is right around the corner. Yes, we finally know it's right around the corner. And Peyton, there's only one place people should go for all the college basketball excitement.
Well, Josh, the only place to find all college basketball hoops all the time is Everything College Basketball. Everything College Basketball can be listened to on several podcast hosting sites like Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. And we can also be found on our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Everything College Basketball.
Yes, make sure you are joining the group with a couple other 100 people and growing by the day as we march into year number 3 of the Everything College Basketball networking systems. Now, let's get back to Conrad and everything pro wrestling.
Are you looking for the newest and hottest in the world of pro wrestling? Then check out the amazing action on Powerslam.tv, the biggest indie pro wrestling channel in the world. Get over 6,000 hours of the best events from over 150 of your favorite promotions from 20 different countries around the globe. Brands like Progress Wrestling, Evolve Wrestling, Combat Zone, Defy, PCW Ultra, PWX, Over the Top, Shine, and hundreds of others with fresh content added every day for only $5.99 per month. Get your free trial today at Powerslam.tv.